watching, so Shrines are active early.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this was a team that was playing Lycan before Lycan really got super popular. You know, they knew this hero was good for a long time, and perhaps with all the other teams playing it, kind of, you know, made it very, very obvious that, oh, wow, we were right all along, this hero really isn't balanced.
Yeah, man. They were rocking this since the Manila Major.
Yeah.
Pre-Howl buff, pre-changes.
Pre-everything.
The Feral Impulse change, the nighttime change, etc. So,
but hey, still the Troll Warlord banned out. So as Brax is pointing out, not an irrelevant hero on this patch, just maybe still not discovered completely.
Very good versus the Lycan. That's the thing. It's like
true.
The mischance really hurts him. Your wolves also get the mischance, etc. So
big thing about 7.05, the Solar Crest. We've seen that be kind of the key utility to lock out some of these games.
Oh, that's nice. Is that a new light? Look at that.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's a new light, right? That's wow.
Yeah.
Ooh la la.
Coming through the trees.
Very nice.
Beautiful.
Who do you think the scariest Dota hero would be to meet?
Lifestealer.
Lifestealer?
Yeah,
Lynx.
Pudge or Lifestealer.
Pudge or
Twix is
Lifestealer.
literally a skellyman. How was that scary?
He is a skeleton that's on fire. That's as demonic as it gets, dude.
What about
He's
Who
possessed?
What about Pugna? Pugna's head literally just floats above his head.
Okay.
It's not even
Clinks
attached.
are in a
He's
similar
a
category.
child. He's a
It's
wee
not
boy.
even attached.
It's
Who cares? It's not scary. If you saw a skeleton in real life, would you be terrified of that? That's like some
Probably.
1920s fear right there.
I think Terrorblade would be pretty scary, wouldn't
Right.
Okay.
That's the
It's in
real
his name.
fear.
Yeah,
He's huge.
it? Massive.
He's a spooky creature.
that's true.
Skeletons aren't scary, bro.
My legs are still
There's
sore.
one inside of you right now.
That explains a lot.
Under my skin, there is a skeleton looking at you.
Oh, they banned Shadow Shaman. And Liquid bans out Bristleback.
They think about it for a while with that Shadow Shaman
Yeah.
ban.
Yeah, I like that Shadow Shaman band, though. Good control. You pop that Centaur ult, and they don't run anywhere. Because
Well,
they're
it's-
shackled.
It's a old kind of pairing with the Lycan as well, and since the buffs is just even better, you know.
Yeah.
Not just the laning phase with the amp damage from Howl, but of
remaining.
course with your ultimate with Super Wards.
I think it's, Liquid
like-
were playing it a few times, weren't they?
Yeah.
So what about the
Reserve
Bristleback
time.
ban though? How does that fit in? Is he particularly good against Lycan?
I mean, I'm a little surprised because it's Liquid themselves, wasn't it, that were doing some games with the Bristle. But I don't know if we've ever seen VP run the Bristle as a position one.
I think Bristol got more popular towards the major, right?
Yeah.
We
Yeah,
saw
Yeah.
teams like Thunderbirds, we was playing it a lot. A lot of teams actually started bringing up Bristol back. And he's
Tree
Oh yeah, Tree was still left in the
still
pool.
left in the pool. Yeah.
This is, like we said, 7.05 Tree,
With the
so
bash.
it's got the bash. And breaking high ground is a little bit harder with all the shrines. And wow, this is some quick picks coming up.
Liquids turn
So
to
Tree and
pick.
Protector over here.
Wow,
Night
dude.
Stalker into Ember.
You gotta pick Ember into Tree and Protector. He's got some great roots for that fool.
He does.
He does.
Burns the shield though quickly, and there's not really a crazy amount of lockdown other than that right now. So just picking this elusive
There's
hero.
your lockdown.
There's the
Fix it.
lockdown. Liquid tries to fix it right away.
That's one of the career. You know, they like to grab this, and it's again a hero that I feel like Liquid have been playing, but not a lot of other teams really look at the line, do they?
Lion will have those respawn talents. We'll be able to get back into the game when he dies, nice and quick, right?
Yeah,
Slacks?
that is probably why they picked him. I mean, I'm sure that they would. I'm not kidding. I mean,
Not the disable or anything for an Ember
No,
Spirit.
no,
The
I mean,
respawn time, of course.
they probably wanted to get Shadow Shaman, but it was banned out, so they needed another double disable.
Yeah.
And yeah, with the respawn talents, was one of the best double disablers because he could just die and come back. That was his big problem, is that he's so squishy. He's like ridiculously squishy. I hate playing
10
Lion.
seconds
Yeah.
remaining.
He just dies from 2 right clicks in the laning phase. It's sad.
5
You don't like
seconds
giving him the
remaining.
finger? It's not satisfying to blast him?
Whoa, Jesus Christ.
Reserve time.
No,
All right.
not for me.
You took that to a dark corner there, proctologist. I was thinking more about Dota,
It's
but
not what you say, it's how you say it, all right?
So the Night Stalker pick though, VP picked this one at Kiev, and Lil went absolutely crazy on the hero in one of the games. He completely dictated the whole pace of the early game, but they are picking it into a Lycan, who actually benefits a lot from darkness. So every time you do use darkness, of course, the Howl gets the double benefits. So that's kind of like a little thing where VP can actually, or Liquid can play around that in a kind of a decent manner.
What have they done? I never thought about that trap card.
But it is, you know, the vision game though. Night Stalker vision game versus Lycan. You know, the wolves running around, you just reduce the vision from that with darkness as well and all that.
Now Liquid thinking about this final ban. VP looking for a safe lane carry with their last, I think. And Team Liquid looking for a mid.
All right, I know I've been saying this a lot. But what about the Legion?
Why?
Safe
What
lane
set?
carry.
Oh.
Why?
Not good in the
Wait,
safe.
for VP?
Yeah.
Why?
Definitely not good.
No. No, Slacks.
What does it do? What's the...
It grabs Lycan.
It gets eaten by Lycan.
Right, so you
But
can
he-
feed damage to Lycan. That sounds
you
amazing.
dual Lycan, so he can't run away. And everybody else on their team has a lot of burst damage that they could do during said things. Think about it, guys.
I'm thinking.
Thought and rejected.
All right.
Yeah, Lycan's
God, VP, please
pretty
pick.
strong versus it.
Please pick.
Aren't
Please
there
pick it.
other lockdown options that could also play the one role? I say that, though not much is coming to mind.
I mean,
What is the ideal carry for VP here?
I mean, Ramsey's he could pick the Slark. It's not too, you got the Dark Pack to go for the living armor. You can hunt down the line, jump on him quickly.
I think they
But,
just want to make sure they don't lose their lanes too badly,
Yeah.
especially against the Darkseer and the Train Protector, because right now they have Night Stalker to support, right? He doesn't do a whole lot in lane against
10
Darkseer.
seconds remaining.
So as long as they don't crumble too badly in lanes, they'll be able to
Liquid's
get to that
turn
part where
to
they have
pick.
big team fight with Warlock, Centaur, and Ember Spirit. But if they don't make it through lanes very well, then Lycan and Tree can kind of just control the map. So pretty big
I
problem.
like
for
the
them.
TB ban.
Yeah, I like the TV
Yeah.
ban too.
I think that VP might just go for something safe like Ramsey's on the
Legion
Juggernaut.
Commander.
So you
Yeah,
can cover it. There's your
boys!
Legion.
Liquid
God,
takes it
there's
for
your
themselves,
Legion.
That's
though.
the wrong team.
That's what I was
yeah.
saying. Great lockdown with the Lycan.
You were part way there.
Dummies.
Well,
That is good
that is a-
lockdown against the Ember Spirit.
That is a mid Legion though.
Yep.
That is a mid Legion, yeah.
So that actually really
A
hurts Ember
miracle
Spirit.
Legion.
Because you have such high armor, you can burn through the
Wow.
shield really quickly, you
Seconds
purge up the
remaining.
root on yourself, and like you said, it is a lockdown, so slacks.
5
Got you,
seconds
fool.
remaining.
Slacks, you almost called it.
Mid-Legion
Well done.
Almost.
Wrong team,
Wrong
but
team,
you were
but you
got
got it.
almost
no,
there.
you
The idea was
misheard.
there.
Reserve
Right.
No,
So-
that's on me.
VP, I don't know, I'm only
What do they
like
play?
Life Stealer
10
Jug,
seconds
just very
remaining.
safe carries that can kind of stand on their own.
Luna. We haven't seen that
Objective
hero in
taker.
years.
Barcelona's.
Luna.
No.
Okay. Objective taker who farms fast, but versus Lycan, that hero can just run at Luna quite well.
Yeah, this Luna pick feels a little risky to me. What are you thinking, Brax?
Well, they've got lots of team fight to
Luna.
protect her, so it's not
Yes.
so bad.
Get your
Warlock,
hands off me,
Centaur,
Fogged.
Ember in the front.
Oh, no.
Um,
Not down at the bottom lane.
I think it depends a lot on how much this Legion can do. Legion has a pretty good match against Ember throughout the game and everything, but he can also feed to some big team fight ultimates.
Yeah. All right, let's do some predictions here. Slacky, who's taking game one, VP or Liquid?
Gotta go with my boys, picking that Legion Commander. Of course, Liquid's got the power, they got the stop, and they got the combo they love. Lycan and Darkseer. The game's already over, Matumbo Man wins.
Brax, what are you thinking?
I'm gonna go VP. I like their team fight.
Fool!
I just wanted to oppose Slacks as well.
Fool, you
Gotta prove
idiot!
him wrong. No, this way at least one of us is right.
That's true.
You know, I'm covering our bases here.
That's true, and as much as it pains me to agree with Slacks, I'm going to go with the Lycan LC as well. I agree. I think the Darkseer is just the cherry on top to make that draft work, but we will see. 7.05, game one of the day. We've got OD, Pixel, and Fog to take it away.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Dream League. I'm OD Pixel. I'm here with Fog. We're ready to take you through the first series of the day. First game of the first series. It is, of course, Virtus Pro up against Liquid. We've just seen the lineups, and I mean, there's a lot of stuff to talk about as we're seeing. Legion Commander being picked up in a bit of a different capacity. It isn't going to be that off-lane Legion as normally expected. It is exactly what we mentioned, Miracle playing the mid Legion. So I guess looking for that matchup against the Ember Spirit, is it a really good matchup for the Legion?
It's very,
Yeah,
it's very good.
this
You have
is-
high armor, you can just kind of like trade right clicks with them, and like we said, you can purge off the root. You're you're tanky, so you don't really suffer too much versus the Flame Guard. You can break the Flame Shield pretty easily with your overwhelming odds early on too.
Okay.
So yeah, it's definitely a Legion favored matchup, and later on in stages you can actually get good lockdown. Trying to think how I really feel about the overall drafts. I'm kind of leaning a little bit toward Liquid just having their very comfort heroes, and they have Tree.
Look at this here. They're just going to walk up into this Who Stomp. Yeah, I'm going to have no one around, but
3-man stun.
yeah, we'll turn around and hold them off there, GH with the quick play.
Begins.
And it looks like we've got some weird names. So we've got GH and GHN. So we've got two GHs on Liquid, PogChamp.
Yeah, Gohan. That's Kuroki's in-game name usually.
Gohan.
Yeah, Gohan, from Dragon Ball Z. He has a little
What?
icon as well as his picture.
I've never heard of that. What's a Gohan?
You never watched Dragon Ball Z?
Nah, that's some NA show. Dragon Ball Z.
Are you serious?
Why would
Oh my.
Who is Gohan?
Gohan? That's
Is he the guy with the black hair?
That's Goku's son.
Oh, he's Goku's son.
Yeah, dude. Oh my goodness.
So that's okay. So Kuroki is Gohan.
Yeah, dude. That's his in-game name.
Is he the
he's had
guy that
name
goes
forever.
Kamateli Ta? Kamehameha?
There
Is
you
that-
go.
there we
Oh
go.
my God, Owen.
I don't Dragon Ball Z. Do I look 12? I don't
Anyway,
know.
whatever.
Anyway, back in. What do we got?
So yeah, we have, this like Treant Protector during this patch was, this is 7.05. Just gonna reiterate that for the people who are just tuning in. Yeah, it's extremely strong, high ground defense, all over and everything like that. And they have Lycan for pushing, and Lycan for Roshan. I really am liking Liquid's draft overall. Even though VP definitely does have their strengths. They have heavy team fight coming into that, so they do have timings that they can work around.
And what do you think about the Luna? Oh, mid lane, no one taking a beat. But yeah, Luna, that is a hero that people don't play anymore, do they?
Well, we do. We saw it in 7.06, in the future, you could say.
In the future. Yes. But
It's
back
starting
then,
to come
kind
back,
of,
but-
I mean, even at like Kiev, there wasn't many Luna games, was there?
No,
if
it's
any?
definitely
One or-
fallen heavily out of favor.
Yeah.
It's still.
Well,
you
what's
know,
wrong with the hero? I mean, in that sense, why is it fallen so far?
It's gotten nerfs, lots of nerfs.
Yeah.
The big thing with abuse, of course, in Boston Major was the Shadow Demon Luna.
Oh yeah, the illusions. Yeah.
And then her
Yeah.
Lunar Blessing got nerfed, so you
Yeah.
only get 250 night vision, and then 500, then 750, 1000 per level. But now they have the Night Stalker, so they can use that night vision and
Yeah,
abuse it
that's
a bit
nice.
harder, which is pretty nice. And you still farm pretty hard, and you're an objective taker. That's what VP was lacking, so that's definitely the reason that they kind of went for grabbing that one.
And I guess, like, as we saw, maybe they would have gone for the Terrorblade if it was there, but because it was banned, getting something else that, if this game goes late, like, surely a Luna and an Ember they go to town on a Legion and Lycan core, don't they? Or would you not say so?
They can. I mean, they can. They're, the Ember's pretty elusive, but Legion's pretty good at matching up versus that. Ember's pretty low armor versus both Legion and Lycan. So, I mean, both of them have their strengths. The thing is that they can play around. VP can play around their ultimates. They have pretty heavy focus like Warlock Golem, Eclipse, Stampede, and they have a little bit of. I guess you could say they have a bit of a vision advantage. With the Night Stalker has a good time in comparison to just. Actually, no. I mean, it's fairly even because there's a Wolves and a Treant going to be running around, but...
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, both teams with vision to play around with.
Yeah.
On the top, just keeping Pasha away from pretty much anything. I mean, Pasha is having a very tough time finding anything with that top lane. He's still only level 1, and he hasn't managed to get a single CS out of this. So Liquid are keeping pretty much perfect control of the safe lane here for Matumba. And Pasha, I mean, what is the plan for Pasha? Have you got to just hope that finally that wave will get down to your tower? He's got, he picks up the poor man's. He's not got that talent early on, so it's just going to be a very slow start for him by the looks of it.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a slow start. But Pasha is one of the players who, especially with his Centaur, he gets involved very early. Like even as soon as he gets boots up, he'll maybe sit behind the mid laner, kind of bait stuff. But saying that right now, getting a lot of pressure on him, he actually might just die here. He looks dead.
His lane has just gone from disaster to disaster from Pasha.
Howl plus Treant Protector.
Yeah.
Ow.
Not being able to find anything and giving away first blood here to the side of Liquid mid lane.
He just turns and mans up with the press the attack.
And it's very close at the moment, CS-wise. So it's, as you said, it's very hard for no one to get aggressive because Miracle can out-sustain and force him back.
That's still impressive, though.
Yeah, we
always
expect him to fall behind a little more on the Ember Spirit.
A little bit, yeah, because you can just get right-clicked so much. But I mean, no one is an absolute monster in the mid lane, so it's not to be unexpected of him being even like this.
No, for sure. And of course, if we see down on the bottom, Ramses is by all means getting the farm, not feeling too pressured at all by the Darkseer mind control. But mind control himself is in turn finding a huge amount more than Pasha is from his own offlane. This is a pretty good lane for the Darkseer, not really the supports to force him out, so mind control will get the free farm, along with Ramses, of course, getting it for VP in that bottom lane.
Yeah. I mean, this Darkseer is, in my opinion, mind control is one of his best heroes.
And he's probably one of the best Darkseers in the world, isn't he? Mind control.
I would.
I mean,
say
there's a
yes,
lot of
yeah.
competition in the Darkseer category.
Yes.
There really is, but he's definitely up there.
He is. They work really well with it. That's the thing, especially with the Lycan. That's their bread and butter. Getting very aggressive. He's gonna be able to get the kill. Just walks up.
Yeah. First night time.
Look at this with the Blightstone.
Can you get another out of this? Nah.
This is the build that he did in Kiev, though. The Blightstone rush into the medallion, and he can actually get very aggressive in the first night time. And that's exactly what he did.
Oh, look at Pasha.
Oh,
He's nearly got his level 2. Bless him.
He is struggling. It's 5 minutes.
It is such a hard
Oh my god, is he
lane.
going to find another kill here?
I think he is, isn't he?
One more hit.
Oh,
Oh.
very close.
Only level 1 Hunter in the night.
Bottom lane, meanwhile, GHN, Gohan, and Mind Control. Find Ramses on his own, take him down. So, I mean, I've got just the mid lane is going, what, evenly. Bottom lane, Mind Control's finding farm. It's just the fact that this top lane is going so much to Liquid's advantage that you got to say that VP they're not coming out too good out these early few minutes.
Yeah.
Overall across the map.
The one difference is that they have, the Night Stalker who's farming a bit more with the Iron Talon build. But, first duel coming out. Solo, though, he has the heal already pressed on him, so he should be okay here. The rotation's coming in.
It looks like Gohan's going to be the one to be turned on. Kuroki's brought down. They do finally get the Warlock. See if Miracle can get anything more out of this one. Lil looking to dive onto GH. Getting himself away will slow down the Legion, but nicely done there. Miracle gives GH the burst so he can body block off the Night Stalker. Rotation from Mind Control comes in, and it will set a double kill up for Miracle.
Yeah, you saw Miracle bottling GH there as well to give him the mana to have the stun. So good teamwork there coming out from the two of them.
Yeah, very nicely done there by Miracle.
But yeah, Pasha is definitely really suffering. But he's going to start coming back here as soon as the supports leave the lane like that. So that's where he's able to just walk up and actually get some experience.
Oh, has he got himself up to what level is he on now?
He should almost be level 3, I believe.
Level 3?
I saw double edge. So yeah, he's almost level 4.
He's
actually.
getting there.
Yeah, he's recovering. And Night Stalker, the Lil, is running around and making as much disruption as he can. But yeah, definitely Liquid coming out a bit ahead in the first laning 7 minutes. And Midas already picked up on Lycan, so 7 minute Midas.
That's fantastic. Incredibly quick Midas there. And in fact, in the middle lane though, GH is left alone. Lil and no one closing the gap again. We'll be able to bring him down. Down bottom lane, Ramses continuing to feel pretty safe. He obviously was taken down once, but now the CS is still there. Still not quite on the level of the farm as the Lycan, and Matumaman will be expected to continue to stay ahead with that Midas, at least for the time being, until he's able to turn into the jungle. Mid lane, Miracle making no one feel very, very scared at the moment. No one not wanting to come anywhere near to that creep wave. Knows there's a potential duel there, and bottom lane, Silence comes out onto Gohan. Kuroki out and down. There's a 4th kill picked up, and Ramses, he's going to be happy with that one. He's taken down earlier, now he gets himself involved in some action. But already the rotation from Miracle and Mind Control is to come in down to the bottom lane, looking to put some pressure onto Ramses. If they can get the duel, he's pretty squishy at this stage. There is a Warlock around, though, in the neighborhood. The heal's certainly something that they have to factor in when trying to go for these sort of plays. Miracle will just end up revealing himself. Iron Shield up, the creep wave makes contact. And up top, Pasha. Again, just coming in for a bit of a look in, but still the overall lane momentum being controlled by Liquid as they get the side pull off. And level-wise for GH here, level 4.5 at the moment.
What'd I miss on?
Not a huge amount. We saw Ramses was able to get a kill down on the bottom lane onto Kuroki.
Oh, without the Eclipse as well. Okay, that's lovely.
Yeah, him and Warlock gave him the chase down. Yeah.
Okay.
But overall, nothing too much. Facebook's nearly done a little, so he'll be able to continue to be pretty potent with his moves. Top lane, jumping in with the Remnant, looking for GH.
Ooh, Shackle's a bit off the mark. He still has Arcane Rune though. He's trying to go a little bit deep. Flame Guard.
He should have this, shouldn't he? Yeah, he gets the Searing Chains prop. And we'll take him down. Burn at the Flame Guard.
Oh, the efficiency of the Arcane Rune feels good.
So good on Ember for these sort of early rotations.
Yeah.
But it is opening the middle lane up for Miracle to get a bit of pressure put onto the tier 1. Starts to push in. Little's eyeing him up though. +1 could set something up.
Yeah, sapping experience from the mid lane too, just to maximize. I like the aggressive ward coming out from Liquid to watch that Ancient camp, just to be able to know, you're playing versus a Luna. Luna wants to be playing ahead, so you want to have some stacks coming out mid lane. They commit double Remnant.
I'll see if Miracle can get himself out of there. Ramses is coming with the rotation as well. Pops the Eclipse, and bam, they've got him. Nice movement from Ramses. Securing the kill there. Put no one in the middle lane, but it again does open up the bottom. Tumberman instantly moving down to that bottom lane. Sees the opening to push, and he takes the tower straight away.
He's very farmed on the Lycan.
Yeah, that early Midas is going to keep him very much ahead. Until Ramses at least has his core items, and he's able to kind of blitz through the jungles.
Yeah, taking safe lane tower versus Luna is very painful because they have access into your jungle. So even if you want to be able to surge your farm ahead, they're going to be able to keep eyes on you. And they have the Treant Protector and Wolves, and we're probably going to see the Ion Shoved Wolves come into favor here. But that being said, VP, they do have level 6 coming out on Pasha, so he's probably going to start getting aggressive somewhere. Maybe they'll make the rotation with Solo as well because he's got 6 on the Warlock, and it's go time for them. They can definitely, we did say, you know, they have the team fight advantage, for sure.
You can see in the middle
As long as they're
GH.
grouped.
And yeah, looking to set up onto no one, and hasn't got the level 6 on the Treant. Yeah, no overgrowth. So it would have to be a bash into a duel if they wish to catch out the Ember. And in fact, the full 5-man of Liquid here. Really looking to group up and go, seeing if they can catch VP off the back of any sort of response. And VP are going to go in. They draw the Chaotic Offering straight away, Stampede down to the back lines. They've actually bursted Miracle down immediately there with a Who Stomp double edge. And the rest of Liquid just having to get themselves away. And Kuroky's not going to be as lucky as such. Gets ripped to pieces by no one. And just a very bad play ending up for Liquid as VP made the initiation. And even though Liquid was there as the full 5-man, they couldn't really do anything to react.
Yeah, I mean, they can't fight into all this. You know, the big ultimates, that's what we kept saying. That's where VP's big advantage comes out. They wanted to claim like a quick quick tower, but the response from VQE was a little bit too fast.
And that was a team fight without the Eclipse as well.
The double Ion Shoved Wolves. Oh my god.
He's dead.
He's dead.
All right. We talked about this before, didn't we? I think it's what we had Tumberman on the phone, and he said they do have a bit of a giggle when it happens.
The fact that it's a Night Stalker, you know, he's actually a pretty tanky hero, and he just dies to that is definitely something.
GH keeping the no one Ember Spirit held back. I mean, Miracle would love to find a duel, but at the moment, really, I mean, you go for a duel as Miracle. Until that Lion has 6. Okay, he does have the 6 now. All right. I was going to say that they lack really kind of the huge amount of burst to make sure that he gets a successful duel win. But they do have it now. Still with the Flame Guard up, it's not easy to go on no one. They're going to attempt it, or at least go for the Hex. Okay, with the Wolves on him with the Iron Shells, it will force the Ember back and burn through that guard.
Yeah, Liquid has to play. They have to play aggressively every time the ultimates are on cooldown from VP. That's their pretty much only way to be able to siege those towers until they accrue a advantage or have a Roshan in Aegis.
Yeah, for sure. It's very hard for even Tumberman or a Miracle to get stuck in on the front lines when they know there's the threat of the Chaotic Offering coming into a potential turnaround. And up top, ooh, Miracle. He's going to go for it here with the armlet straight under the Eclipse. He feels confident. Will get the kill, but it does end up going down in return. So, all right. I mean, I guess you get the bonus damage. Worth. And you did kill their position 1. You'll take it, I guess.
Yeah.
And Eclipse is on cooldown. There we go. You're fine if you're Liquid.
Yeah, I mean, all the beams hit him because the Wolves are still invis, so they actually weren't able to soak any of the hits until they got in range to actually attack. I don't even think they actually got any of the hits. Every single one.
Yeah, he took
hit
pretty
for
much.
Miracle.
Yeah, it was that completed arm that he's got now. That was his first time on Miracle.
Yeah.
Yeah. Down bottom, Lil goes for a bit of a tickle onto Kuroky, but TP comes through. Rest of Liquid are there. Miracle and GH.
So the scary thing as well is for VP is when you're playing with Luna, you want to be able to claim early tier 1s. It's just like the nature of the hero. You want to take objectives without only having to 5-man around your ultimates. But when you're playing versus a Treant Protector, it's pretty damn difficult.
I don't know. Miracle didn't have the armor yet. So,
I thought you were just saying he's building it. Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
I think it's Lycan who has Mask of Madness, and maybe
he's
also
got Mask
has
of
Armlet.
Not quite yet, but yeah, soon as well. They're both looking to build it. And I mean, so understandable. We'll see a situation like that later. Even though Ramses may have the extra points in the ultimate down the line, having that increased strength is going to do wonders against these pretty much full lineup of Burst Magical.
Look at that. This Ramses has Mask of Madness on Luna. So this is, you know,
Mask of Madness.
this
Luna.
is 7.05, and he
Yep.
still has the Mask of Madness built up to try to, you know, make himself farm a bit faster. And it's definitely not as good as, you know, now it is in 7.06. It got a big buff. Now they have Pasha. As soon as he finishes up that Blink Dagger, they're trying to get aggressive and use it. They also have the Warlock Golem, so trying to, every single time they have their ultimates up, they have to take advantage of it and be Let's see if they can get him. No, they know. They know everyone's there.
Oh, the 4-man chaotic offering to follow through. Thinking about going in with the Remnant, but they're not going to. Immediate howl.
Oh my
and
God.
that heal just, it offsets a lot of the stuff that VP were just able to do, and now the chase down is coming in from Liquid. They'll land the Hex onto Lil, goes up to the high ground. The stun won't connect. Matu thinking about chasing this down. It's pretty hard in the night time as Lil will get himself away. But a great response, and yeah, I mean, that the power of the Howl, it was like suddenly the chaotic offering just didn't matter at all.
It was the Howl and the mech
And the mech.
combination. Yeah.
Okay. That makes more sense.
So Liquid actually baited that really smartly.
Yeah.
They were like, okay, we know they have that their ultimates are up. I don't know if they were aware that Pasha had the Blink Dagger there, but they kind of like set each other up. They're like, okay, Matu can bait because he's pretty much 2,000 HP on a Lycan plus mech plus Howl. It boosts him up almost to 2,500, and there's no way that they can burst through that. If he's alone, maybe, but not if he has any backup. And this is going to lead them to try to go for Roshan here. And
Do they get
that's a
away
big
with
advantage.
this? They do have Eclipse and Stampede still on VP. So they would be very happy to fight around the pit, I feel.
This is pretty scary. I don't think they
you've
get
gotta
away with
be
this
careful.
one.
Yeah, they can't do it with a full 5-man of VP around the corner like that. It's far too risky. And indeed they won't. Now back away. Miracle still looking to close in on the arm. They're on top of no one's Veil. For the Veil Maelstrom, he's looking very good on the Ember Spirit. 7k net worth at the moment.
He's farming great.
He is farming a lot better than Miracle, as I tell you that. Miracle is he's fallen behind on this Legion. In fact, I mean, look, he is now on the same net worth as Pasha, and Pasha had an incredibly terrible start that he has just recovered from fantastically. And it's just, I guess Miracle's just been hunting down potential fights and not really hitting the creeps.
Yeah, I mean, that hero doesn't really... Sure, you have overwhelming odds and you
Yeah.
have your moment of courage to kind of like help you clear creep waves and whatnot, but in no way is that a comparison to Ember Spirit. Ember Spirit has, like, especially because he has the boost travel finished up, he pushes waves out much faster, and he's a lot more elusive. And, I mean, personally, in my opinion, like, I think, and I'm like, Miracle hero, Legion Commander isn't one of the ones that comes straight to mind, but I'm sure he can, you know, he can definitely play it and everything, but VP's definitely on a bit more comfort for those two
Look
guys.
at this. They've got the Remnants up to 2. They come forward. There'll be the attempted drag back from Mind Control to try and bring them away from Liquid. It's going to be a very close escape there from Matuma as he gets out with the ultimate form, but VP will follow through and take down 2 there.
Fatal Bonds plus Eclipse.
Yeah. It hurts. And already we are just starting to see, this team fight from VP is so strong. And even in situations where they don't have to use all the ults, you know, there's still chaotic offering not needed to be dropped there.
Yeah, Liquid needs to pretty much outnumber them, or
get the pickoffs.
yeah, exactly. So it's pretty hard to play around that for them, because there's just so many different types of ultimates that are up, and now they even have Warlock Golem up again. The other 2 ults are down, the Stampede and the Eclipse, but still, that's very hard for them to fight into, even when if they have like Darkseer, who's, you know, as we always say, one of the king of the team fights. Liquid's definitely got to play around it, and you know, Ramses' Mask of Madness build is definitely paying off already. Look at him, 9,000 net worth. He is zoomed to the top of the net worth.
He's he's only, what, 500 away from having a completed man start. And then, yeah, the route no longer going to be an issue and such. GH up top, Aina Pasha bringing in Miracle. They do have the Finger and the Duel, so this should be a surefire win for them, and it is indeed. Miracle gets the plus damage.
Finger is a long cooldown, though.
It
It's
is.
over 2 minutes on level 1. And that is, like you said, a lot of their burst potential for...
Yeah, I mean, at this stage with what the items they have, I feel that you need to have the Finger to win a duel like that and a pick off. There's no way that Miracle's going to have enough damage on his own to get the win in time.
So Guardian Greaves now finished up on the Darkseer, so he doesn't have to worry so much about the Night Stalker Silence or the Root coming out from the Ember, purging off the Fatal Bonds as well. Just a very good item this game as well versus the Luna.
Well, Manta style complete, and they'll push on down the bottom.
Oh.
It is being scouted out here, but they are aware. They popped down 1 sentry.
Almost gets caught by those shackles.
Very close. Now Matsuma Man actually maybe getting ready to fight it. They'll put the ultimate coming from behind. They'll get the overgrowth, but immediately in response, Chaotic Offering is dropped. Vacuum Wall comes out here as VP now have to back away. They've dropped everything. Pashy comes in with a defensive Who Stomp to hold them back. And in fact, Ramsey's ready to turn. Gets the Eclipse out, just about keeping himself alive there. And now the turnaround comes through. Miracle, he goes for a duel, but VP just outnumber him. Bring down the Legion, and now it's just all falling apart for Liquid. They may have killed Ramses, but they're losing 3. No one becomes godlike with the double kill. And it's just a lot being thrown at getting that kill on the Luna. Who got the dual damage yet? The Ember did.
Ember got it, yeah.
Ember got it. He's loving life.
He's on a monster kill.
He's loving life. 9-0-3.
Look at this. Lil's picking up a solo kill.
Oh, kill secure by the Pudge player. AKA solo.
Yeah. And they claim another tier 1.
Yeah.
So more map control with Luna. Feels good. They do lose their Luna, of course, during that whole fight, but that's a very good trade-off for VP. Yeah, VP's just doing a really good job of keeping the lanes pushed out, so every time they take fights, they have at least like 1 or 2 of those ultimates ready. And as we keep mentioning, you know, their team fight is definitely still stronger than Liquid's by a very large margin. Even though that fight, KuroKy had extremely good positioning, and they got in the back lines to pretty much take out Solo, but he got the rock off, he got the fatal bond off, and that's where the fight becomes a lot more difficult.
And as we saw, it's just, yeah, they've got the wall and the overgrowth, but then it's between the Legion and the Lycan, it's bring down 1 target, but other than the overwhelming odds, not any other kind of follow-up huge AoE damage to do anything about the lineup of VP.
Yeah, and also, I mean, we didn't really say this one during the panel at all or anything, or War Room, is that Liquid has 4 melee heroes running into a Warlock, Ember Spirit, Luna, so and even into a Centaur, so they can get bunched up really heavily, and if they just get hit by like a multi-hero hoof stomp, that's where the fight can just be completely turned around. And yeah, VP just definitely executing their team fight very highly.
Yeah, BKBs will certainly make a difference. And to my man, of course, after the armlet. And Mask of Madness will be making a beeline straight for it. Just to allow them to ignore everything else and run straight for that Luna. Get Ramses out the fight, and then worry about the rest of it all after they've taken him off. And GH finding a blink will certainly help. And in fact, mid lane, the jumps there onto Miracle. He's being brought down low. Living Armor comes out. It looks like it'll be enough for the time being to save him. As KuroKy comes in with the tree and play.
Oh, Matu is ready to go as well with Lycan. He actually pops Shapeshift. It's just going to be a wasted Shapeshift.
How long till Chaotic Offering on the Warlock? It must be soon. It's up. It's just come up, yeah.
Yep, all the big ultimates already.
Yep.
And yeah, VP's going to try to siege.
Oh, there we go. The golems drop, jump forward, and they just absolutely destroy those 2. GH is out, and so is Mind Control. And now Miracle trying to be on the retreat, but they'll chase him down with the golem. VP surround the Legion. And can KuroKy do anything here to save him or throw out the overgrowth? It's not going to be enough. The stun's already there. No one continuing to pick up kill after kill, and
this is looking like almost impossible for Liquid to actually do anything. Like every time they try to take a fight, it's just like, all right, well, VP's just got everything else. They've got much better team fight. Like Lion and Tree aren't able really to commit anything. Darkseer dies instantly before he even gets off a Vacuum Aura wall. That burst damage from the Veil Ember Spirit.
And it really just feels as well that they just haven't been able to do anything with this mid Legion. I mean, for sure, you know, Miracle has a great time in lane against the Ember Spirit, but then who's laughing now? He's struggling to get any sort of farm, whilst no one on his Ember Spirit is just absolutely rocking the entire game. 11-0-4. It just seems that they maybe tried something in the middle to see if it was enough to really kind of stint the start of an Ember, but it just didn't happen.
Yeah, it's just Ember gives you a lot more. Like Legion Commander is this cool. He's this lockdown. He can kind of scale pretty decently, but what else does he really give you on the table? Ember Spirit gives you so much around the map, in the team fights, etc. It's just overall just stronger hero, especially in this 7.05 patch.
Yeah, Ramses is going to become even more of a threat, as he has just about got his own BKB complete for the next fight. So it'll all be down to the Lycan and the Legion Commander in terms of getting the damage done to him, but It's going to be pretty tanky and does have such good backup in these team fights, as we're seeing so many ways that the VP can try and peel the members of Liquid away from Ramses' Luna. There we have it. It's complete. VP smoke up, get the ward down.
Almost got Aghanims too. So we were talking about how Liquid already has damage issues. Into a Centaur Aghanims, that's going to be even worse. The one good thing is that Liquid always has like a little bit better chance of taking Roshan, but not versus VP's heavy team fight. So they're trying their best to go for these pickoffs, but VP always seems to be in position for all of it. They're always kind of grouped up as a unit and ready to battle.
Here we go. Nighttime is summoned. VP heading up to the high ground. The jump will be there, but immediate silence onto the Lion. And look at that. Pasha gets him from the back with the blink, finds the two-man Who Stomp. They've lost mind control. The Eclipse is going to be able to bring down the Lycan as well. Miracle may have got the successful duel, but he pays with his life as Ramses grabs the triple kill. They'll pick up a 4th overall as VP are just cleaning up Liquid. And this game is looking to really fall pretty hard south for Liquid. As these fights, VP are just taking them easily. We saw their Miracle doing pretty much all he could. He ran in and dueled someone, won the duel, but then what? You might kill one, but you're not killing the rest of them.
Yeah, now they've got Solar Crest finished up. The Luna's getting pretty farmed, so Roshan becomes extremely easy, and because they 5-man wiped. And they even have Warlock Golem now for the upcoming fight, so it's just looking super dominant for VP. I don't really see how Liquid can actually just take fights.
They need VP to tilt like they did in some of the games yesterday. It feels like. Maybe if no one makes an over-aggressive play, gets himself in a position he shouldn't be, there's a chance. But yeah, at the moment with this Ember and Luna, where they are in comparison to a Legion and a Lycan, it's going to be very hard for Liquid to turn this around.
Yeah. And you have to be able to win a fight if you want to be able to win the game. But now it just becomes, it's going to have to be Liquid just defending high ground. I think that's like the only thing that they can even try to go for this later. Mind control now. Looks like he might actually be able to be brought down here very easily. So much damage.
Yeah, they're going to trap him here. The living armor will not be enough to save him, as it will certainly make them work for it. But a quick slide for no one picks it. I mean, no one is just having a ridiculously good game. 13-0-8, still yet to die in this Ember Spirit. I don't know, man. Liquid, they need to do something insane. They may even need to just start considering just trying to get Matuma Man in for the wrap and look to try and outplay VP with some split push tactics, as tackling these guys full on in a 5-on-5 just ain't going to cut it anymore.
Yeah, but even then, trying to go for like split push things, there's an Ember Spirit with Boots of Travel, there's a Night Stalker, they have so much mobility on the side of VP. I mean, I don't know. It's so hard for Liquid actually to do pretty much anything. Like these 4 melee heroes into the side of VP's draft is just...
I mean, it just, and like this. They've caught Kuro outside of the base. He's out and down. GH trying to de-warp, but the jump forward there from no one. The follow through from Lil, silencing up the Lion. There's the Stampede. They'll drop the rock. They're ready to go. They're being healed up by the Shrine. Matuma Man will get the BKB out now. Here's a potential to turn. He'll make the road straight for Pasha. Takes down the Centaur. But meanwhile, down bottom, Eclipse is out from Ramses as he creates the space to take the tier 3, open up the bottom racks. Won't quite get the racks. No one is continuing to be chased down by Matuma Man, and if the chains will buy him some time. How long has he got left in the... No, it's gone. So the chase down is going to be hard for him. He does have another chains. No one told them back. He's also got the urn and the flame guard. And yeah, already Matu backs up. He knows that he can't finish off this kill as much as he may have hoped to. So, I mean, they kill the Centaur, but again, the buybacks having to be expended by Kuroki. GH goes down. They lose the tier 3 bottom.
How many shrines did they have to do? I didn't get to really
what's
see.
the base
They actually didn't have to use any shrines.
They just used the middle one.
Just the middle one.
One right in the middle. Yeah.
But it was a big overcommitted dive from VP. Like Ramses wanted to go for racks, he wanted to go for objective, but you could see that no one in Pasha were just like, yeah, let's get some kills, guys. Yeah. Let's just dive into the mid area.
And that's good for Liquid. They're going to be like, all right, they are looking to make those plays. These are the kind of plays we can punish.
Yeah, but they dove a lion though. And this is, we keep reiterating, 7.05. This is an instant respawning lion.
This is nice as well.
That is a good pickoff.
Yeah, catch him outside of the base there, Pasha.
Best thing that they can do is go for these pickoffs whenever VP is split up.
They need to get more out of the back of the fields at this stage. You get a kill as Liquid, you want to be finding a tower. finding something. You've got a like, you've got the push, you've got the ultimate, you're ready to go, but immediately they hold back there with a slight fist. Miracle pots the BKB, looks towards the Warlock, trying to get him out of position. Doesn't actually have Chaotic Offering back available yet this fight, and now potential turnaround comes in as no one. Takes down the Treant. Run forward from Matuma Man, getting himself out of the upheaval, chasing down no one. Again, the chains are there, though, onto the Lion. No one jumps himself away from it, and just the damage that Ramses is doing, running himself around the fight. Can Miracle get out of here with some sweet armor toggling? That is the question. He may just be able to.
He's trying to.
Oh, okay, can he really do this, Miracle? Can he toggle through the chains? He can't. Too much damage at too little intervals. We'll be able to finally bring him down, so...
I mean, this Ramses' farm is out of control.
I mean,
now.
what's his net worth? He's got to be, it feels like at least a 5k ahead of the, oh, okay, yeah. He is. He's about 6k ahead of Matuma Man.
He's got he's got Butterfly already, he's got Mask of Madness. He has everything he pretty much needs in order to be able to fight into Liquid's lineup. Yeah. And this is when they're just gonna go now toward bottom racks, and since the tower is already exposed, the glaives bouncing between the racks and the shrines is devastating.
And as you said as well, well, this is on the previous patch, and you're saying if Ramses did what he's doing here on 7.06, it would actually be even better.
Yeah, I mean,
so teams have got to watch out for this, I feel, in this new patch. If they could do it this well here, they're going to do it even better now. As this game does look like it potentially could be coming to an end soon. They've cleared out the bottom racks. There is still a tier 2 on the top lane, so Liquid could try and hold off, but they are going to be 2 racks down almost certainly. They're just fighting through the backdoor protection. The damage that they have on this Luna, they don't care about the creeps. And that is just pretty insane how quickly they took that down.
Yeah, Liquid's on damage control, but there is no way to control this damage. It's 25,000 gold ahead for VP.
Octarine finished on no one, 30 minutes in.
It's just been VP dominating 90% of the fights. As you know, looking at their lineup, we could have expected it if Liquid wasn't able to come out very far ahead in the lanes.
Yeah, and for sure, it's there's never really fair to point it at one thing, but definitely I feel one of the things that was the problem was the attempt to try out the mid legion. It just hasn't done anything this whole game. There was that. He got the one dual kill on a Warlock before he got the Chaotic Offering off, but Miracle, and it's not Miracle's fault. It's definitely the hero.
Yep. Agreed.
Trying to play a Legion behind in a game against VP's lineup is that's a nightmare.
It just doesn't feel that great versus an Ember and a Luna. Like in laning phase, sure, it's great versus the Ember Spirit, but
that's it.
Grand scheme of things, you don't really give too much in fights. You know, you're just like a duel, and that's about it. Some overwhelming odd damage, but yeah. Double Butterfly now for Ramses. They're absolutely nowhere near MKB. They're not going to be near MKB at all. So this is definitely the game-ending build.
I don't think they could kill him. I think he could just A-click down the lane. I don't think they could kill him.
I agree. I don't even think they even outnumber him. He's got BKB. He's Manta.
Because they don't necessarily. I mean, the only big amount of burst really is the finger.
Yeah.
And that is not going to be enough. As Liquid may very well be deciding what the next strat is, and this could be the last-ditch attempt smoke to keep themselves in this game.
Blink Dagger ready for Darkseer. They don't really have, they have some vacuum Lion Stun combo.
Overgrowth, pretty much.
Yeah.
And yeah, Lion Stun. That's about it from Liquid. And VP, well, we'll see if they get caught out. Good start, but immediate stab. But they just run away. There's that nice vacuum wall. We're out of it. And that was Miracle popping a BKB also for that attempt. And I believe, did Matuma Man use the ult? I think he did, didn't he, as well?
Yep.
He did. So they use everything. And we can see why Centaur, even though it is, I feel maybe a bit underused by other teams, VP know its strengths, and it certainly is there. If there's a lack of control after the initiation of a team fight, you just run out of it, wait it out, and now you're at a point where you can come back in and fight, and the enemy doesn't really have anything to throw back at you. Straight in, the tree's out, they'll pop a vacuum, but already losing 2. There will be a buyback coming out from Matuma Man, but Ramses just focuses the tier 3s onto the racks. GG is called. It is over. It really is over. And again, I love to see teams do things like something a little different in the middle, but this test was not a success.
This one was just a
VP just shut it down.
Huge outdraft, and just they played huge outdraft and out execution in my opinion. No one had an excellent game. Even
He
though
really
like,
did,
he,
yeah,
he
no
did
one was
great in the laning
amazing.
phase as well, but yeah, that was just the VP show. They played really well around their ultimates, and they didn't really let Liquid go for any type of split push or anything like that. Yeah, it was just VP the whole game.
Yeah, I thought we won't be seeing Legion necessarily picked as an Ember counter as such anytime soon again.